Let's go ahead and look at some of the basic features of note-taking within the Notability app. So you can go ahead and start by tapping on the top right corner where you see the piece of paper and the pencil, and you'll notice that right now my All Notes is selected. So if you would like this note to go into a particular place, you're going to want to tap on the subject where you want it to go to. Now you can always move it later if you forget, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's tap on Art, and we'll go ahead and create a new note. All right, the very first thing you want to do when you've got a new note created is you want to change the title. Calling it Note September 30th is not going to help us very much, so we want to change the title to whatever topic this is. So let's say these are our notes on color. Now you can see I still have the date included there if I need it. The first tool I want to look at is the T for text. So if you tap on that tool and then tap anywhere on your page, you will be able to go ahead and type. You have a couple of other features here you can see above your keyboard. Perhaps you're writing notes that you want little bullet points for. So on the left side, you can see those 3 dots and the horizontal line. You can select numbers, you can select bullet points, whatever you'd like, and they will go ahead and appear there. All right, now perhaps you want to be changing your font color or your font size. So let's look at how to do that. You can double tap on any word and it will select it for you, and then you can drag to include other words. But perhaps I wanted to change the color of this font to blue. I can do the same thing for the yellow. So you're tapping on that little circle of black and changing the color. Perhaps I want to change the size of the font. So I can double tap, I can go ahead and select what I want to be changed, and I can increase with the plus or decrease with the minus. Again, I can also change the font. If you notice there's only a few fonts here, you can tap on More Fonts and you'll see the rest of your font options. I want to draw your attention to one more thing here about the text features, and that is the 3 hearts with ABC in them. That is to set favorites. So perhaps you know that you really like to write in a particular font and you want to save that font. So let's look at how to do that. Tap on the A, and you can go ahead within here and say that you want it to always be noteworthy, in pink, and bold. There it says, congratulations, your font favorite is saved. Tap to use or tap and hold to restyle. So if I just go ahead now, you can see the A is showing me that it's been selected. So I can go ahead and type. So now everything I'm writing is going to be in my favorited font. If I would like to change to a different font, I can go ahead and just go and change all my options here. And then I can always go back. I can always go back to my favorite font if I want, just by tapping on that A. And now I'm typing in that favorite font. Okay, a couple other things. Let's say you make an error. The arrow that's pointing to the left, it's in between the text T and the box with the arrow pointing up, is undo. And if I tap and hold, as it's showing me, I can actually click redo, which is very helpful. All right, let's look at a few other features. So I'm going to go ahead and lower my keyboard, and let's look at some of the features at the top. So we've done text. Let's look at the pencil tool. If you tap on the pencil tool again, you have all the different options. You can make it a thicker line. You can change the color of the line. So let's say your teacher has asked you to draw something. You can go ahead and use the pencil tool for that. So perhaps you're drawing the color wheel. And then maybe you want to color in each section. Let's look at the highlighter tool. So the next tool is the highlighter tool. It looks like a little marker. And this is a great way for you to literally highlight. So maybe I wanted to, highlight elements of art. You can see it's highlighted now. If I go over it again, it will make the highlight even bolder, even more opaque. The more you go over it. I'm going to undo that. The next tool I wanted to show you is the eraser tool. Oh, actually, you can also use the highlighter for coloring. So perhaps you would like a more transparent or translucent look within your color wheel. You could actually use the highlighter to create that, and it won't be as bold as the pencil tool was. So that's just another option. You can see here I'm using it and it's a little more opaque. Sorry, a little more translucent. The more I go over it, the more opaque it becomes, the bolder it becomes every single stroke that I use. Let's look at the eraser tool. So perhaps you've drawn something that you're not quite happy with. Let's say it's this heart. So you can go and tap on the eraser tool and you can simply just stroke over top of it, one little line. You can see that one little line erased only part of my heart, and that's simply because the heart took 2 different steps to draw. So if I erase the other one, it will now go away. Let's go ahead and look at what if I did it in one stroke. That eraser should erase all of it. I can even erase different sections of my color wheel if I wanted to. And remember, I can always undo that if I'm not happy with what I've done. Next is the scissors tool. The scissors tool will allow you to move anything that you've drawn with your pencil or highlighter. So tap on that scissors tool and draw a circle around what you want to move. And now I can move it around. I can make it smaller, bigger, rotate it. I can even copy it and paste it in another note if I would like to. Once I'm done with adjusting it, I can tap outside of my selection and it gets rid of the selection. The last tool is the hand tool, and this simply just allows you to move around your page. So if when you're trying to move around your page in the pencil tool, you'll notice you're not moving, that's because you have the pencil tool selected. You need to have the hand tool selected, or if you have the pencil tool selected, you can actually use 2 fingers to slide up or down. So those are the basic features on how to use the tools within Notability.